Heyo Virgo, and welcome to your March 29th to April 4th, 2021 tarot reading. About to hit you up with a general vibe card here with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Then we'll do a 3-card spread, past, present, future with the Rider-Waite, and a couple clarifiers and an outcome card with the Zombie Tarot. Hopefully all is well, but remember Virgo that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't try to make something fit that doesn't. And you also remember that if this message doesn't resonate at all with you, that it's just not your message. We got a pop out for you, by the way, Virgo. Remember that if it doesn't resonate at all, it's just not your message. So don't worry about it, right? So we've got, for you, this was same as Pisces, you got the Between Worlds card. Again, Pisces got this one, so maybe you have Pisces in your chart, or maybe you want to check out that Pisces reading after this one. But it's a card of transitioning from one world to another. You know, it's going from black and white to in color here. It's also a card of sort of having your foot in one situation and in another, not really committing to either one. So that kind of thing. And it can also just be transitioning, just going from one thing to another, you know, something that's coming to an end and you're like moving on, going on to like something new. Maybe you going on from a new job. We got a pop out for you again already. Virgo, apparently you are popular. Have some things that need to be said to you. But somebody needs to hear this. I don't know who. But Virgo, again, with the Between Worlds card, it can be like, you know, maybe a job is ending, a position and you're getting transferred somewhere, something like that. A relationship might be ending and you're moving on back into your single life or something like that. But who knows? That certainly you would, though. But in your past, we've got the Hangman. This card wanted to come out. So the Hangman is a card of taking a different perspective on things. It's sort of looking at things in a way that not everybody else looks at things. So maybe you're seeing a different perspective now. You're kind of transitioning from like a bad situation into a good one, or transitioning just from another situation into a new situation, and you're kind of getting a new perspective that you never had before. And you're like, oh wow, this is like a real eye-opener. Can be a kind of stagnation as well. So maybe this is kind of telling you that you need to move on. You need to start transitioning. You need to get out of like wherever you're at into something else, right? You need to start getting some movement going with this Between Worlds card and the Hangman. It can also be a card of like enlightenment. You see like the knowledge he's gained from hanging upside down here. You have that like halo around his head, and it's sort of like he's gaining enlightenment and blessings. So that's also possible for you. But in your present, we have got the Eight of Wands, card of news coming in quick as well. A card of success, a card of just something coming in quick. This is the second fastest card in the deck. The only thing quicker than the Eight of Wands is the Chariot. So maybe you've gained this new perspective and now things are like moving in a hurry and you're transitioning now in a hurry. You're kind of moving on from whatever it is. And it's like, okay, now that I've got this news and I've gained this enlightenment with the Hangman, it's like, it's time to go. It's time to just get over this, and the change is coming quickly. So I like that. In the future, we have got the King of Swords. King of Swords is a very analytical guy. He's a very, take the emotion out of things. Let's just take the hard facts, the cold truth of stuff, and that's all we care about, and that's how we make our decisions, right? He doesn't care if, you're super emotionally attached to something. He's just like, well, what's the truth of it? Is it hurting you? And it's like, yes, it is hurting you. Well, cut it out. Get rid of it, right? If it's not helping you out, get rid of it, Even if you are emotionally attached to something, like, we're done. Is it hurting you? Then get rid of it. Is this thing that you maybe don't like as much helping you out? It's like, yeah, we'll do more of that then. That's what the King of Swords is. So maybe that's what you're moving into, right? You're going from being like, well, emotional, maybe with the Hangman. You've been very much an emotional based person, and maybe keeping people or things in your life that have been hurting you, but you really are attached to them. And now you're kind of moving quickly into being like, well, you know what, you're hurting me, so I don't want to deal with you anymore, right? Maybe you have someone that's really toxic in your life, or very much an energy vampire, and it's like, you just, after talking to them, you just feel so drained, and you just don't want to do anything. You can't get stuff done because you're dealing with this really bad person in your life. Maybe they're not like a bad person, but they're just, the habits and like the energy they output is really harmful to you. So you're like, no, I'm done with you. It's over. It's over, Rocky. right? So maybe that's what's happening with you, or it could be like a job, right? You know, you may be just like, this job is just tearing me apart, right? And it's like, well, get a new job then, get out of there, right? It's real simple. So sometimes it's rough to hear it, but sometimes you just need to be like, hey, like, let's just get this over with. Like, let's get this done. I have a friend of mine that has that they're engaged, and they've been engaged with this person for a while, and they're constantly telling me about how they treat them poorly and stuff and whatever. I'm like, well, then leave them. They're like, well, I can't. Cat hairs. And they're like, I can't leave them. And it's like, why not? And it's like, well, I don't know. Like, I love them. It's like, yeah, but they're hurting you all the time. So why are you staying with them? Yeah, why are you going to get married to this person? That's frustrating. That's frustrating. Oh my Lord. Anyway, Virgo. We'll get you some clarifiers and outcome card here in a second. But first, if you could leave a like, I really appreciate that. You can subscribe and hit that bell icon if you haven't already. That way you never miss a video. You always get a notification when I put out a new one. So you can check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos after this video. Get a full picture of what's coming for you in the week ahead. Hopefully it's all good. But anyway, let's get on to your clarifiers. Between the Hangman and the Eight of Wands, we got the Nine of Cups, card of sort of feeling satisfied, right? Like it's feeling full. Mainly emotionally, like people who are in Nine of Cups energy are people who are ready for their 10 of Cups. They're ready to meet another person with a 9, and they get their 10 of Cups, which is like the happy home, you know, husband, wife, kids, dog, white picket fence, that whole shebang, right? Like, so it feels like your new perspective has kind of brought you into this type of an energy. And maybe that's what's bringing that King of Swords. Maybe that King of Swords is a person coming in for you now, right? They're ready also for their person. So I like that. Between the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords, we got the 10 of Wands. So this is the end of a hardship. You know, end of something that's been bringing you a lot of stresses, anxieties, a lot of like just emotional baggage and such in your life, and it's coming to an end. So this is saying with the Eight of Wands here, it's coming to an end quick, and the King of Swords is saying like, hey, like I said, like this is hurting you, right? Cut it out, like get rid of it, right? Doesn't matter if you're attached to it emotionally or not, just get rid of it. It's bad for you. It's causing you stress, anxiety. It's hurting you mentally. Get rid of it, right? Can't make that stuff up. Can't make that stuff up. And for an outcome card, we've got Scorpio, we got the Death card. It's a change. Like I say, it's a change. Cut that thing out, make the change, end the cycle, right? That's what the Death card says. It's like, it's a cycle, it's coming to an end, right? You know, you gotta make that transition. Like again, I said transition, the Between Worlds card. Like, you know, you gotta move from the bad stuff, the gray, black and white, dull, you know, cat jumping on your counter stuff, to the colorful, wonderful world that is after that. And so you got to make that change. You got to end that cycle. You got to get out of it, get out of the bad, and get into the good. So that's all I got for you, Virgo. I hope that helps you out. Remember, you can like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. Check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos after this one. That way you get a full scope of what might be coming for you in the week ahead. And I hope to see you, Virgo, in the next video.